Hey, real quick, if your employer offers both an HSA and an FSA and you pick the wrong one, you could be setting fire to about 3 grand a year. No exaggeration, I ran the numbers. And the worst part? Most people pick based on a 5-minute conversation with HR during open enrollment, when they're also trying to figure out their dental plan and whether they can still change their 401k contribution. So today, we're going to fix that. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which account fits your situation, and I promise it's not as complicated as the insurance brochures make it look. I'm InsurNerd. Let's break this down. Here's where most people get tripped up. These two accounts sound almost identical. Both let you put money in pre-tax. Both help pay for medical stuff. Both are offered through your employer. So what's the difference? Why does it even matter? Well, here's the catch that nobody explains properly with an FSA. Whatever money you don't spend by the end of the year, gone. Poof. Your employer might give you a small grace period or let you roll over a tiny amount. We're talking $640 max for 2026, but the rest just disappears. That's your money. Money you earned, that you put aside, and now you can't touch it. Now the HSA, completely different animal. That money is yours forever. It rolls over every single year. You can take it with you when you change jobs. It doesn't expire. Oh, and it gets better. But I'll get to that in a second. Let me first walk you through how each one actually works. Let's start with the FSA, since most people are more familiar with it. You contribute pre-tax money from your paycheck. For 2026, the limit is $3,300. You use it for things like copays, prescriptions, glasses, bandages, medical expenses, basically. Sounds fine, right? And honestly, for some people it is fine. But here's the thing, nobody tells you. The FSA has a dirty little secret. It's the use it or lose it rule. Let's say you put in $2,500 for the year because you thought you'd have some medical expenses. But then you stayed healthy. Good for you, bad for your wallet. On December 31st, that money is gone. Your employer gets to decide what happens to it, not you. Some offer a 2.5-month grace period. Some let you roll over up to $640. Some do neither. You have to check your specific plan. And there's another catch. You can only change your FSA contribution during open enrollment unless you have what the IRS calls a qualifying life event, getting married, having a kid, changing jobs. You can't just say, hey, I put in too much, let me dial it back. So the FSA works if you can predict your medical spending pretty accurately. If you know you're going to spend $2,000 next year on regular prescriptions and doctor visits, great, put in $2,000 and save on taxes. But if you're guessing, risky. Now here's where things get interesting. The HSA is what I'd call the secret weapon of personal finance, and I don't say that lightly. It's the only account in the entire US tax code with a triple tax advantage. That means 1, money goes in pre-tax, same as the FSA. 2, the money grows tax-free if you invest it. Yes, you can invest HSA money in the stock market. More on that in a second. 3, withdrawals are tax-free if you use them for qualified medical expenses. No other account does all 3. Not a 401k, not an IRA, not a Roth, nothing. Let that sink in for a second. The IRS created an account that is essentially tax-free money from start to finish, and most people aren't using it. Now, there's a catch, a big one. You can only open an HSA if you have a high deductible health plan or HDHP. For 2026, that means a deductible of at least $1,650 for individual coverage or $3,300 for family. So if your employer only offers a traditional PPO or HMO with a low deductible, sorry, you can't get an HSA. You're stuck with the FSA. But if you do have a high deductible plan, the HSA contribution limit for 2026 is $4,300 for individuals and $8,550 for families. And if you're 55 or older, you can throw in an extra $1,000. Oh, and unlike the FSA, you can change your HSA contribution anytime during the year. Not happy with what you put in? Adjust it, no qualifying event needed. Here's what really gets me excited about the HSA. And yes, I just said I'm excited about a tax-advantaged savings account. This is my life now. Once your HSA balance hits a certain threshold, usually around $1,000 to $2,000 depending on your provider, you can start investing the excess in mutual funds, index funds, the same stuff you'd find in a 401k. That money grows, tax-free, for decades. Some people pay their current medical expenses out of pocket, let their HSA investments compound, and save the receipts because years later, you can reimburse yourself tax-free for those old expenses. It's basically a stealth retirement account, and once you hit 65, you can withdraw HSA money for anything, not just medical. If you use it for non-medical expenses after 65, you just pay regular income tax. Same as a traditional IRA. Okay, enough theory. Let me show you what this looks like with real people. Meet Sarah and Mike, both 35, both making about $70,000 a year, both with high deductible health plans. Sarah picks the HSA. She contributes the max $4,300 a year. She invests it. She pays her medical expenses out of pocket and keeps the receipts. Mike picks the FSA. He contributes $2,500 because that's what his coworker told him to do. He doesn't invest it. At the end of most years, he loses about $300 to $500 because he overestimated his medical spending. Fast forward 20 years, they're both 55. Sarah's HSA, assuming a conservative 7% annual return, is sitting at roughly $190,000, tax-free for medical, or she can keep growing it until 65 and use it for anything. Mike, he's contributed and spent and lost money every year. His balance at 55 is zero beak, because the FSA resets every year. There's nothing to invest, there's nothing to grow. The difference between those two choices, about $190,000. Same income, same health plan, same age. One picked the account that builds wealth, the other picked the one that resets to zero every January. All right, so what should you actually do with this information? Here's your action plan. Step 1, check your health plan. If you have a high deductible plan, you're HSA eligible. Your HR portal or benefits page will tell you. Step 2, if you're eligible, open that HSA and contribute as much as you can, ideally the max. Every dollar you put in is a dollar you don't pay taxes on. Step 3, once you hit the investment threshold, put that money to work. Don't just let it sit in cash. Pick a low-cost index fund and let it ride. Step 4, if you don't have a high deductible plan, the FSA is still worth using, but only contribute what you know you'll spend. Look at last year's medical expenses. Add a small buffer, and that's your number. Step 5, save your receipts, especially if you have an HSA. Every copay, every prescription, every pair of glasses. Snap a photo and store them. Future you will be grateful. Quick note before we wrap. Everything I've shared here is general educational information, not financial or tax advice. Your specific situation might be different, so talk to a tax professional or your benefits administrator before making changes. If this helped you understand the difference between these two accounts, hit subscribe. I'm dropping new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday breaking down insurance topics without the jargon and without the sales pitch. Drop a comment below with your biggest insurance question and I might make the next video about it. I'm InsurNerd. Thanks for watching and stop losing money to stuff you don't understand.